Think you can handle all of Goguryeo's legends at once? From Jumong's dragonborn rise to Mishan's bold reforms, Goguryeto's empire-stretching conquests to Bojang's last stand, these are the stories you'll devour. Smash that like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Your next royal obsession starts now. A long, long time ago, more than 2,000 years before today, there lived a boy named Jumong. He was no ordinary boy. His arrows never missed. He rode like the wind. Too talented for his own good, he was feared and cast out. One day, chased by enemies, he stood before a raging river. There was nowhere left to run. So he looked to the sky and whispered, "I am the son of heaven. Let me cross." And the river parted. He stepped through the water, not as a fugitive, but as a man destined for something greater. He arrived in a quiet land called Jolbon. The people there saw his wisdom, his strength, and they followed him, not because they were told to, but because they believed in him. In the year 37 BC, Jumong raised a new flag. A kingdom was born, Goguryeo, a land of mountains, rivers, and unshakable spirit. From that day on, he was known as Dongmyong-seonggwang, the holy king of the rising light. And so began the story of Goguryeo, not with an army, but with a journey. 18 years after founding Goguryeo, a shadow from the past returned. His name, Yuri, son of Jumong, born in Goguryeo, raised far from his father's kingdom. Now he stood at the gates of Goguryeo, demanding what he claimed was his, the throne. But Goguryeo already had loyal men, warriors who stood beside Jumong. Voices rose among the people. Does blood alone make a king? Or is loyalty stronger? Then came the king's voice. Calm, final. Yuri, you shall lead Goguryeo. In 19 BC, the crown passed to the bloodline. A new king was named. A kingdom moved forward. But one question remained. What truly makes a king? When Jumong became king, he didn't rule with fear. He didn't swing swords or shout commands. Instead, he listened and united. His first move? Build the foundation of a real kingdom. He created laws, restored ancestral rights, and brought scattered tribes under one name, Goguryeo. He ruled with calm strength, not as a tyrant, but as a guide. And the people followed, not out of fear, but out of respect. Now here's an odd tale. One day, an old man came to court and said, "I am your son." The court gasped. The king stayed quiet. "Who was your mother?" he asked. The man answered, "A woman you once loved," and left. Without hesitation, Jumong embraced him. "You are my son," he said. Though the man might one day threaten his throne, Jumong chose blood over fear. And in his reign came a turning point, the conquest of Goguryeo, a powerful tribe in the northeast. They were absorbed into Goguryeo, doubling the kingdom's land and announcing to the world, this was now a rising power. Jumong ruled not with domination, but with loyalty, wisdom, and heart. Goguryeo was breaking apart. Nobles ignored the throne. Then came a warrior, cold, determined, and unshaken. His name, Taejo. He didn't inherit peace, he created it. First move as king, eliminate his own brothers. To save the kingdom, even blood must be shed, his actions seemed to say. Taejo united 5 rival tribes under royal control. He reformed the military, expanded the land, and turned the king's word into law. Under his rule, Goguryeo became feared, not fragile. Some called him a tyrant bathed in blood. Others, the father of the nation. Was he ruthless? Yes, but without him, there may have been no Goguryeo at all. Yuri became king. He left Jolbon, the city founded by his father Jumong, and moved the capital to Goguryeo in what is now northern Pyongyang. It was fertile land, perfect for farming and easy to defend. He declared, "To grow a kingdom, you must move its roots." But the crown came with more than power. There was conflict with his long-lost brother, Daeso. Daeso was the son of Jumong's first wife. Yuri was born of the second. So who had the right to rule? In the end, Yuri was chosen. He became the official heir, and peace returned to Goguryeo. Then one day, tragedy struck. His beloved queen passed away. The king, who once seemed to have everything, sat alone and whispered a verse, "I am alone and without a mate, while the orioles sing sweetly in pairs. My sorrow only deepens." That poem became known as Hwangjoga, the first lyrical poem in Korean history. And on that day, we learned even a king can be lonely. In the year 179, a new king took the throne of Goguryeo. His name was Goguryeo. He didn't build monuments or conquer vast lands. He watched his people starve and decided that would never happen again. During a terrible famine, he created a system called Jindae-beok. The state lent rice to hungry farmers in the spring and collected it back after harvest. It wasn't charity. It was smart, just, and revolutionary. For the first time, the people weren't left behind. Goguryeo didn't just rule with laws. He ruled with compassion. And for that, he became more than a king. He became a protector. Once, he sold salt on the street. His clothes were rough, his name unknown, but the man who once carried bags would one day carry a crown. His name was Mishan, not born into royalty, but born to change history. As king of Goguryeo, he did what others had failed to do. He defeated the Chinese commanderies of Lelang and Daifang, reclaiming the lost lands of ancient Gojoseon. He didn't just expand borders, he restored identity, from salt to sovereignty. King Mishaon proved that even the lowest beginnings can lead to the highest throne. At just 17, he took the throne. Most saw a boy, but history would call him the Great. His name was Goguryeo. In 2 decades, he doubled the size of Goguryeo. He crushed Baekje, pushed back China, and wiped out Japanese pirates. When Silla cried for help, he didn't just send troops, he secured loyalty. His victories weren't just battles, they were statements. This is Goguryeo, and it rules the north. His tombstone still stands, carved with his triumphs. Goguryeo didn't defend a kingdom, he built an empire. He ruled for 79 years. His enemies died, but he endured. His name was Jiangsu, the everlasting king. He moved the capital to Pyongyang and looked south. The Han River was the prize, and Baekje stood in the way. In a thunderous campaign, he conquered Baekje's capital and had its king beheaded. The head of King Goguryeo was brought to Pyongyang, not just as a trophy, but as a message. This is Goguryeo now. Jiangsu didn't just fight with armies. He fought with strategy, patience, and power, and he made Goguryeo unstoppable. He became king in the ruins of a fallen capital. His father, King Garo, had been slain. The city of Hanseong was lost. His name was Munja, and his mission was not to conquer, but to rebuild. He moved the capital to Ungjin, a safer inland city. Surrounded by mountains and allies, he stabilized what was left of Baekje. He restored royal rituals, reorganized the nobility, and gave the kingdom hope. Though his reign lasted only 3 years, Munja proved one truth: not every hero leads a charge. Some simply refuse to let a nation fall.